Welcome back, Americans. This is Zero Gravity, the USA Basketball edition, previewing the Olympic Games that are getting started today as you're listening to this. We're recording this Thursday, July 25th. This is Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, but we're talking Olympic basketball tonight. This podcast is brought to you by Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, Apollo's wing joint. Go check them out. If you're in the Houston area, they've got 13 locations. They got wings, burgers, chicken breasts. They got everything under the sun. They got these awesome desserts. All kinds of crazy desserts. Sam posts pictures all the time. They look incredible. But drinks, beers, all the things. Go check out Big City Wings if you're in the area. We love Big City Wings over here at Zero Gravity. We also love Prize Picks. It's a daily fantasy app. They're our sponsor for a daily fantasy app. And use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 matched on your first deposit. That means if you put $100 in, they'll give you a free $100. Sounds like a deal to me. Daily fantasy is where you hit more or less on any stat, any player, any night. It's just baseball season right now until the Olympics start. So then you can start putting some picks down on Olympic sports like USA Basketball. There's a free play right now, Sunday, the first game for the Olympic basketball team. Half a point more or less for LeBron James. I'm going to take the more. I'm going to take the more then. That's an easy one. And then you just pair it with another pick. You win money. It's awesome. Shout out to Prize Picks. Use code Apollo when you sign up. Josh, I'm always joined by you. How are we doing, bud?
Great, man. I love my country. Through and through, American all the way. Every time an Olympics comes around, I just feel this unwavering joy and support, and it's really coming alive this week. NCAA football, Olympic basketball. We thought the dog days were going to be here, but they're not, and I don't think they'll ever will be. Training camp starting for teams. I saw the Texans were listening to V's and Rilo Rodriguez. Shit was sick. Love my team. Love my life. Love my country. How are you feeling? I'm feeling great, though.
Like you said, dog days are always tough. I went through that post-finals Stanley Cup and NBA finals, and it's a little down. I was like, I'm not tuning into baseball yet. I'm not ready. Emotionally, mentally, I just wasn't ready yet. College football comes out. We've got, actual football being played in, 2 weeks. Hall of Fame game, less than 2 weeks, I think. 15 days from now, the Dolphins are kicking off their first preseason game. Preseason sucks, but I'm a sicko. I'm watching it. But we're here to talk the USA basketball preview, the Olympics start. I'm a big Olympics guy. I was a swimmer growing up, swam in college for a couple of years, so big Phelps guy, big Ryan Lochte guy, always been tuned in. The only thing that's imprinted in my brain, literally everything else I'll forget. The day that comes that I die, my lasting one memory will probably be Jason Lezak coming back in that 400 free relay against the French, who they were both just crushing the world record, and Lezak's down like a full body length at the turn, comes back, out touches him by 100th of a second. Phelps just screaming. Garrett's just screaming. Colin Jones is screaming. Oh, God, I just love the Olympics. I love swimming in the Olympics. I love pretty much every Olympic event, track and field, gymnastics. Count me in. But we're here to talk USA basketball, which I'll be tuned in for pretty much every game as well. So,
absolutely.
The burning question for USA basketball is, every single time the Olympics comes around, do they win the gold medal this year? They should. They're the biggest group, the best group of basketball players you can ever put together are American. So you should just win the gold medal with ease every year. And it never happens every Olympics. The last game or the semifinal game against the French, I think last time was really tough, or 2016. I can't remember which one that one was, but Spain's always pretty tough. Australia is not fun to play against. So do they win the gold medal this year?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be tougher than every other year, just how we feel like it is every 4 years, because the NBA will just keep getting better. The global basketball stage will always keep getting better. I think first game we have Jokic. Am I correct? We got Serbia coming up.
Sure, right? Why not?
Yeah. So this is going to be a situation where you're maybe let's say 10, 12 for logistics, 12 years down the line. We might not even think that the USA might win one. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy my country. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy this basketball team and hope that this keeps happening forever, because I want to see greatness. And, the USA always brings it every summer, but especially in basketball, still waiting for the football. But then you'll see the football team will lose to Japan or Brazil by 30, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? So I don't know. I don't know how to feel right now. I know that we're going to win. It might be a little tough. I'm still thinking Puerto Rico is a dark horse situation.
You've been saying that. I think Canada.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be a homer for my northern brothers. Shout out Dylan Brooks. I can't wait. This is going to be so fun. This is basketball probably at the most elite level, are they using? I think they're using EuroLeague rules, correct?
Yeah,
So
they
you can
always
kind of
do.
just
So you,
slap,
you
yeah,
can
slap the
no
ball.
defensive 3 seconds in the key. You can slap the ball. You can basically goaltend as long as it's not in the air still before it hits the rim. Once it hits the rim, you can goaltend after that. There's a few other rules. I think the 3-point line's a little bit shorter as well. So it's a faster court. It's a faster pace of play, and points in the paint are tough. So I'm interested. I think they win the gold medal as well. I think there's a lot of really good Olympic experience here, and then they filled the roster out correctly with Derek White. They need another guard that can play defense. I understand that. It's just not a sexy pick, I guess, is what you do.
There it
And
is.
then we also have a player on the team that's not even American. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to have that. Did they put the right roster together? Do you think there's like one or two players that you're looking at and you're just like, I would do this instead? Is there?
Uh, Immediately off the bat, we can sit here and pick on Derek White. But I'd almost feel bad as like poking a bear, but the bear doesn't have eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Derek White, maybe being swapped out with maybe a John Morant. I mean, assuming he's healthy, obviously. And of course, again, if this guy was healthy, Zion Williamson, that would have been really cool to see in the Olympics. I said this pre-show, and I said, I probably won't say it on the show, but Trae Young on this Olympic team, off the bench, obviously. I feel like that would add a lot of interesting vibes. Maybe not great vibes, but interesting vibes. And sure, we can take Drew Holiday out. Sure, even we're Devin Booker haters through and through. So
Yeah.
we could take D Book out and throw somebody else in there. Maybe a Scotty Barnes for a Drew Holiday. I don't know. It's got to be some young guy. I love the Anthony Edwards pick as well. Him being on that team so young. And like I said last episode, the guy's like 11 days older than me. It really, really throws me off. And just seeing someone that young representing your country. And it's like, I think it was when Naomi Osaka was coming up. She was like
Oh,
16 at the time. I was like, what the
yep.
fuck is happening to me? My life is crazy. My brain is crazy. My brain is moving. It's July. All I have to look forward to is Nikola Jokic just getting shit on by the USA, and hopefully we see it. Hopefully we see the day that it happens.
Yeah, first games are always important to set the tone. We obviously watched them play Sudan earlier this week or whenever. Yeah, it's like Monday or Sunday, something like that. It was terribly close for no reason at all whatsoever. Wendy and Gabriel, not ideal. So let's just go get the win and blow them out, Serbia, on Sunday. Can't wait to watch that. Um, Anthony Edwards is probably my favorite pick on this team because you need a guy that's going to be an asshole on the Olympic team. Kobe Bryant was that for a couple of years. I don't really know if 2016 or 2020 really had one, but I always prefer to have an asshole on the team. Like the Redeem Team documentary on Netflix. And Kobe's like, I'm going to set the tone and I'm going to run right through Pal's chest because they're going to set the screen and I'm just going to run right through him. I don't care that he's my teammate. I'm going to hit him. I need that. I need that in my life. I need this on the USA basketball team, and Anthony Edwards will absolutely provide that. I'm not sure if he's going to run through anyone, but he will bark at you. Like he's a Georgia Bulldog. He will just start barking
That's
out of
right.
nowhere.
That's
That's what you're
real
defending.
SEC basketball.
This is SEC basketball, baby. Yeah, Joel Embiid being on this roster is another thing that I don't like at all whatsoever. You don't really need the giant center in Olympic basketball play. Like it's just not really super needed. And having Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo on this team was sufficient enough for me. You just find another random power forward or center to throw in there. I'm going to be way happier about that than Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid foul baiting during my summer break from NBA basketball is going to drive me up a fucking wall. And
He's
then
already done it.
he's talking shit about LeBron James, the best player that we've ever seen in our lifetime. He's talking shit. And he's like, well, he's 40. He's not what he was 5 years ago. Yeah, no shit, but he's still better than you. Like,
This
what are we
fuckery
doing?
can't go on in much longer.
And shit talking your teammate in a New York Post or a Time it was a massive publication putting this out there, and it's just unbelievable. Terrible for the team chemistry as well. You need a little bit of that when you put all these superstars together, and Joel Embiid is wrecking that for me. I hate everything about that. Devin Booker's fine on this team. I would say,
Oh, whatever.
no, he is. I mean, he's a good shooter. Defense is I don't even know how to play how you play defense. playing college football 25 has made me question everything about the defensive side of the
I don't
ball.
know how to play defense either.
No one knows how to play it. It's incredible. And they made it so impossible and actually just realistic because college football doesn't have defense unless you're
No.
Iowa. So Devin Booker's fine. He creates spacing, whatever. I loved Drew Holiday pick. Jason Tatum's fine, whatever. He's good, I guess. Tyrese Halliburton's a little weird. I like the mix of the young and the old, but Tyrese is good. I hope he's healthy, and not just like kind of healthy because he did get hurt in the playoffs. So, and in the regular season, like his hamstring, I don't want him playing too many miles on him. You know, I want him for next season. So
Yeah,
you
we
just kind
still
of
want to
save
see the
that.
greatness for sure. But whenever I think of a good USA team, I don't think of a guy who has a very not literally broken jumper, but just an ugly jumper.
Mhm.
I'm trying to do mental math and think of like the Carlos Boozers or maybe the I don't know, insert tall white man here who can't really shoot, who have kind of underperformed in the Olympics in the past. Christian Leitner comes to
Yeah,
mind. Players on that '04
we
team
played a minute.
come to
Incredible.
mind as well. But man, it's just throwing me, for a loop because in my brain when I was a kid, I feel like the Olympics were just such a long time. Like if they felt like 2 months to me, and I happened to be at Disney World for both of them, '08 and 12, for whatever reason.
Nice.
No idea how that happened. Shout out Grandma, rest your soul. But man, where like it felt like it was 2 months going on because a week at Disney World is like a month in real life. I think time goes by a lot slower there. It feels like and hey, even the bubble guys can
Mhm.
attest to it. Um, and we have champions on this team. We have Olympians on this team, past Olympians on this team. It's a perfect mix of young and old, like you mentioned. And if this team can't win the gold, I think the next best team, France. Maybe Spain just has crazy team chemistry, or like
Yeah,
Dennis
their
Schroeder just
chemistry is
goes
always
off for
crazy.
whatever reason. I don't know what it could be. It's got to
Yeah,
be something.
I think my one change outside of the Joel Embiid for literally any other center that's actually American. Can we just throw that caveat on? No, like one passport, all right, bud? Just one passport. That's all we need. Um, it's a selfish pick, but Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, yeah.
You throw him
Kyrie
on
on
this
this team.
team
Ooh, fuck.
with KD, LeBron, Steph, Kyrie, and then like Bam or Anthony Davis. You throw that on the court, I'm all in, baby.
I'm
That's
tuned.
all I need. That's all I need. I would have loved that, but it's a good roster. They put together roughly the best roster you could put. I mean, Joel Embiid is an MVP caliber player. He is one of the best centers, and I mean, he's probably the best center that I guess is technically American. If Anthony Davis isn't, and he's a power forward kind of
Right.
center thing, whatever. Sure. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. That's your Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic picture. They took it apparently. So I hope that comes out during the Olympics, or at least at the end of the Olympics when they win the gold medal and they throw it up on social media. Also, LeBron's being the flag bearer, first ever basketball player to be the flag bearer for
Love it.
the United States, which is awesome. Which means he was voted by the rest of the Olympic teams, not just the basketball team. So like swimming,
Wow.
gymnastics, handball, soccer. I don't know what else they have. Skateboarding again,
They
wrestling,
do.
like
The final will be tomorrow.
tennis, golf. All these guys and girls have voted LeBron as the majority as the flag bearer. So I thought that
Yeah.
was super cool because the basketball team has to nominate someone, and then the rest of the people nominated a person from their team, and then they vote on that. I guess is how it
No,
works. So
that's incredible. I had no idea. It's like LeBron James, notable American patriot. Like this is coming to fruition now. Love it.
shut up and dribble, LeBron. You know
Yeah.
what they've told him. Uh,
That's what they said. That's not what you said.
correct.
Yeah.
So I think we've discussed all those things. So let's get into a topic. Josh, if you were to build the ultimate USA Olympic team in their primes versus the 1992 Dream Team, we're talking closing lineups. Closing lineups. Who are you putting together to beat the 92 Dream Team? And I'll give you their starting five was Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, Chris Mullin, Scottie Pippen, and Charles Barkley. Those were the players that played the most minutes and logged the most minutes in the 1992 Olympics, which means they typically were around the closing lineup, I would assume. I would just
Right.
assume that they're in the closing lineup. So
Yeah. These stats were throwing me off. We were doing a little research earlier, and Basketball Reference was kind of just playing with my head because you get to see Michael Jordan shooting 21%, and Charles Barkley somehow 87% from three, 7 for 8 in the whole tournament. Just a complete mind fuck, if I were to be completely truthful. But it's great for me because there's like three guys on this team that I would just insert anyway into my dream
Mhm.
lineup. I mean, immediately off the top of the head, LeBron, KD, and Steph, right? When I think of other past Olympians, especially people who shine bright, I feel like AI's got to be up there. Carmelo
Mhm.
Anthony for me has got to be up there at the
Yeah.
small forward position. LeBron at the I just realized KD in that lineup. Maybe Melo would be I'm trying to do my mental math here. There is no five. Huh.
Hmm.
LeBron at the five, LeBron at the
Hmm.
five, KD at the four, Melo at the three, AI at the two, Steph at the one. I love it.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna rip this. Kobe not being on this team is insane to me. It's like
Sure, sure.
Kobe's my Kobe's my point guard. LeBron's gonna be my shooting guard. Melo's gonna be my small forward. Kevin Durant is my power forward. And curveball Tim Duncan, even though he's on the worst Olympic team in like the last 50 years, basically, I'm throwing Tim Duncan on there because I need a guy. I need a glue guy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Kobe's going to rally the troops, but he's an asshole. So you gotta balance that out with Tim Duncan, the funny, quiet guy that we've learned is funny actually in
Yes, yes.
recent things with like the Richard Jefferson interviews, which are absolutely hilarious. If you
Gold,
haven't seen those
gold.
on your TikTok feed, it's awesome. He has dreadlocks now. It's very interesting to go from childhood, like my childhood, watching that Tim Duncan to what we have now. But Tim Duncan's my glue guy. He's the leader that's going to make sure everybody stays calm. Everybody's going to touch the ball. He doesn't need to touch the ball. He will rebound. He will play defense. There's my center. I also thought about throwing young Shaq in here.
I
Young
love it.
Shaq, like a 1996 Shaq would be
Mm-hmm.
sick. I don't even know if I know he played for Team USA. I just don't know if it was for an Olympic team,
Yeah, that
which I would
makes me
assume
wonder
he was
too, because
96, right? He wasn't
yeah,
on
because that
92 because they chose Christian Laettner over Shaq, which was probably a good pick at the time because Christian Laettner was like the best college basketball player
yeah, he was Mr.
ever.
America over there.
Yeah, Duke Brotherhood.
And
Just
yep,
by the way, there.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Uh,
give me Kobe, Braun, Melo, Durant, Duncan.
I don't hate that at all. I love it.
And
I
I'm
love it.
waxing 92, just by the way. You want me to
I
read
think a
those off
lot
again?
of
It's Jordan, Clyde, Chris Mullin, Scottie Pippen, and Charles Barkley. I'm
I,
waxing them.
I hate to say it, but a lot of modern teams, super teams could, I don't want to say wax 1992, but it'd be a fun matchup.
It'd be fun.
My honorable mention here, 2000 Vince Carter as my
Yeah.
sixth man.
Yeah, dunking on the French guy.
Yep, dunking over the French guy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he put his nuts in
No,
his
no.
face.
Also, no 3 seconds, no defensive 3 seconds with Wemby and
Yeah, it's
Gobert.
huge.
I know that people have been saying this all the time, but just I think I really put two and two together the other day. I was like, oh fuck, this team is
And
real comp. We got to be
that's one of
careful.
the advantages every other country has on the U.S. because they all pretty much play that ruling
Yeah,
where there's no defensive 3 seconds in the key and there's basically no goaltending once it hits the rim. So
man.
it's a live ball. It's a live ball on the rim. Everyone forgets that ever. Like the first few games in the Olympics, you're like, boys, it's live. Go grab it. Like you can just grab the ball away from the hoop once it touches the rim.
Yeah,
Just go grab it, guys. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm excited for the Olympics all around, especially USA basketball. And I'm going to tune into some Canadian basketball just for the memes of watching Dwight Powell get hit in the face at some point.
uh-huh.
Um, yeah, and Slovenia did make it, so no Luka. So rest. That's good for me next season in October. But
Thank God.
yeah, I don't know why he went and played. It was ridiculous. But yeah, well, the Olympics are getting underway Sunday. I'm excited. Start tonight when you're listening to this. So that's huge.
Sure, I love it. I love my country so much that I will be just so dialed into everything and anything and everything going on. I'm really going to try my best to be into. I think there's some form of a lacrosse this year, maybe a field hockey situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, do they do Olympic baseball anymore? They brought that back, right?
So me and Josh and Des were in the office on Monday, and I was like, "So is Olympic baseball back?" And we are like, "I think so."
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's this year or in 2028 in Los Angeles. I think it
Mm,
might be then. But Bryce Harper was talking about it last summer when they talked about taking the break for the MLB and having a 2 week break or whatever it was during the season so players could go play in the Olympics because it's not just Americans that are wanting to play baseball there. It's Puerto Rico, it's Dominican Republic. Like there's
of
so many
course.
different countries that would want to play in that Olympic tournament. Japan would be, I mean, getting another Japan USA final would be sick, like the World Baseball Classic we had a couple years ago. So yeah, if baseball's back, let's just can we take? I'm fine with taking a 2 week break. Get the pitchers
Sure.
healthy. that I need on my team, and then send out the opposing team's pitchers like Garrett Cole, any of those guys. Just throw them out on Team USA and get them used up.
Oh yeah,
Make them
oh yeah.
bullets.
Justin Verlander, last dance. Well, no, he'd be like 46, but
Yeah, he'd be the closer.
yeah, he'd be the closer.
The 8th inning guy, 7th inning guy, maybe a 6th inning guy, and you're run trouble, and you're just like,
Jesus Christ, man. I'm really trying to think of some ideal sports here, and what immediately comes to mind is like shooting / archery. Love that in the summer. I would say, of course, curling, but that's winter. Curling is my shit.
It is.
It's such a nefarious game. I just feel like every time I see it, it's just the most the people with the most devious ideals and devious faces and devious actions.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see that come the winter. But this will be the summer of exploration, the summer of handball, maybe the summer of badminton. Even I don't know.
I think pickleball might be in there now.
Oh, I
could be wrong. Pickleball.
I'm gonna shoot myself. No,
I love pickleball.
God, you're an old man.
Enough. You're not wide enough. Pickleball's sick.
All right, man, you got it.
Handball's incredible. What's your favorite Olympic event to watch before we go? Do you have one?
Sure. I mean, of course, what I mentioned, like archery and shooting, that's just because like the skill is just stupid.
Completely different.
Soccer, of course. Basketball, sure, we could take the easy answer out, but I might still stick with archery. I feel like it's just such a persistent sport. You have to be consistently good at it. Excuse me. You can't fuck up. Because if you fuck up, it's done. I'm sure there's team sports you can fuck up a little bit. Track and field, of course. Track and field, I'm just geeking out about. Can't wait. But yeah, I think that's what I got. What about you? What are you feeling?
If I'm not gonna say swimming, and I'm not gonna say basketball, because those are probably. This is a Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna do swimming, basketball, track and field. Soccer. I'm gonna say, I gotta stick with soccer. I love soccer.
That'll work.
Good. Yeah. So that'd be my 4 sports that I'm gonna watch. Track and field would be, I think it might be 1. I love track and field because track
and field is amazing.
I can't run that fast. It's awesome. And the guy that does the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and he shows them, puts them back in his bib. Oh, it's the best. Yep. I can't remember what his name is, but he's the fastest man in the world.
Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles. There it is. I knew it was a Lyles. I just couldn't remember his first name. So excited to watch him run the 100 meter and the 200 meter, I would assume. So, and then the mile's always sick. And then like the decathlon.
Jesus, man. That's gonna mess my head up, dude.
You got to do all the events, 10 of them. It's incredible. Steeplechase, all the shit. So I'm
excited. It's like Wii Sports, but in real life.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna go get a Wii so I can play some Wii Sports. That'd be sick. Play some tennis, bowling, golf. That'd be great. But yeah, that's the USA basketball preview heading into the Olympics starting tonight. As you're watching this, I believe the opening ceremony is tonight. So
yes,
cool. Excited to watch LeBron carry the flag, even though it's like the most boring presentation of all time. But you get to see cool outfits or funky outfits, and who's carrying the flag. I don't know. It'll be fun. USA basketball is back. Olympics are back for the first time in 3 years. We had an interesting one. We had the Tokyo ones in 2021, so we got a little bit of a break there. But back to 4 years after this, which will suck. Go America, go USA basketball. Watch the Olympics. It'll be fun. If you don't have a Peacock subscription, I would probably get one just for the Olympics.
They're not paying us. They're not paying us. Stop.
They're not. No, not at all. But big proponent of Peacock at my household. So Peacock, if you would like to sponsor, we're right here.
Bring it over.
Yeah. Go watch the Olympics. NBA basketball is not back, but Olympic basketball is. Thank you to our sponsors, Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Go check them out. If you're in the Houston area, they got 13 locations. You should be able to find one on your side of the town. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's our daily fantasy app. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 matched on your first deposit. Prize Picks is awesome. Big City Wings is awesome. Josh, you are awesome. And the Olympics are awesome.
Thanks.
Can't wait. But this has been Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.